Hello, my viewers. Welcome to the Lifestyle Tips. This is Christine, your host. For those that are joining me for the first time, I want to welcome you. And for those that have been following my previous episodes, I want to welcome you back and I want to thank you for tuning in. Now, for today's topic, as you may or may not know, I share important tips that you and I should know about from different sources, reputable sources like magazines. So for today's topic, I'm going to be sharing a topic that's one of my favorite topics, which is travel. Okay, and today's tips are going to be coming from the Zoomer magazine. For those who might want to get a copy, so just go online and see how you can get yourself a copy. There's other interesting articles in this magazine. Now, before we start, I hope you're comfortable, and I'm comfortable, so let's roll. Okay, all right, so today I'm going to be sharing some hot spots, particularly from my Canadian viewers that are escaping the winter, and all my viewers out there that are planning on are making travel plans. Okay, and the tips I'm going to be sharing have to do with um, the tips I'm going to be sharing have to do with are coming from some experts, people who've had some experience with the destinations that I'm going to be talking about. So I hope you tuned in, and I'm going to read a little bit into the topic. I'm going to read a little bit more into the topic before we start. So I hope you can hang in there with me, and I hope you're as excited as I am about today's topic. All right, okay, so reading into the topic, I'm gonna quote, "Wish you were here. Where to get the last in Wanderlust." Vivian Varkos asks experts for their hotspots. So we have three different experts here that are going to be sharing their views on these destinations that I believe they previously visited. So let's roll. Okay, so then our number one expert is Will Ferguson. He's a Canadian author and the winner of the 2012 Gila Prize for his novel 419. Excuse me. So one of his first recommendation is the Kiyomizi Dera Temple in Kyoto, Japan. And yeah, you had that right. It's Kyoto. You might I actually thought it was Tokyo, but believe me or not, there is a town or a city that goes by the name Kyoto in Japan. And here are the details about it. At a small Shiro love shrine tucked inside these temple grounds, visitors write their heart desires on rice paper and then watch them dissolve into water. The most common wish, to find love, and I asked for a lottery ticket. Okay, so some of you, for those who are well traveled, you probably, if you've been to Japan, you probably have an idea of what this place is all about. And please, I would appreciate if you can share in our comment box about some more details about this venue, this spot. But based on my understanding, this is more like a place for couples if you're in love. And the neat thing I'm getting to find out here that you actually write on rice paper and let that paper flow on water, and then you make your wish as it dissolves in water. Isn't that neat? This is this is something I would like to if given the opportunity, it's something that I would like to experience. Okay, number two, and this is another hot spot. This takes us to Africa, and this is particularly in western Rwanda. The place is called Inyungwe Forest Lodge, and let me quote the article here. A luxury resort in the heart of Africa's rainforest. It would have been more romantic had my traveling companion, Jean-Claude, been a beautiful woman. That's funny. Sadly, he's not. The most romantic place? Again, for those who, if you've visited Africa or if you've been to Rwanda and you've been to this place, I would appreciate it if you get to share some more details. But yeah, we know Rwanda is one of those beautiful places. Being in Africa myself, I haven't visited Rwanda. I would love to visit, but I know it's one beautiful country with a lot of green and beautiful, nice scenery. Okay, number 3, the municipal curling lake in Fort Vermilion, Atlanta, in Atlanta. And here goes, as I quote, my first kiss was behind the curling link. I haven't been there back. I haven't been back in years, and I understand they've torn it down. But you should, but you would think they would have at least erected a commemorative plaque to mark the spot. All right. So my understanding here is that the place was torn down. It's normal. But if you visited this place and you have some pictures or you have some nice memories to share, again, share that with us in my comment box. All right, so that's it from William Ferguson. Now I'm going to share some other expert hotspots from our friend Laurie Copeland. She's the she's the Director of Product Development and Leisure Programs with the Merit Travel Group. Now, please bear in mind that this article was in 2016, so there could be some changes, but I'm going based on what was written in the article here. Okay, so a luxury cruise to Alaska. On the Silver Sea's Silver Shadow, wrapped in sumptuous comfort with attentive service and surrounded by inspiring natural beauty. Sitting by your balcony, sipping a Pinot Noir as you sail through the inside passage, passing waterfalls and breaching oracles. Now, this sounds like a beautiful place to me. And for those who, if you're looking for a winter, like a cold place, because Alaska, based on my understanding, it could be one of the coldest places. So you don't mind cruising, going to a cold destination, this is it. But I'm sure you'd be well catered for on that cruise. All right. Okay, and her number 2 recommendation is a villa in Anguilla. Unspoiled white sand that runs into crystal clear turquoise water without crowds. They are all inclusive resorts or mass market hotel brands here. The island offers romantic, fantastic dining from beachfront seafood shacks to fine fare. It's a little harder to get to one or to get to more than it's a little harder to get to 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 get to than some islands in the Caribbean. But what the effort? Okay, again, it sounds like a beautiful spot that not many people have been to. But if you've been to this spot, please share with us your experience. Okay, the next hotspot is Lisbon. Older than Rome, Paris, and London. Lisbon is a vibrant city steeped in heritage and culture. The Portuguese people are warm and inviting, and English is spoken throughout the country. Lisbon is a walkable city with beautiful architecture, great food, medieval ruins, sidewalk cafes, and lovely boutique-style hotels. Okay, so I believe if you're one of those people that are into architecture, if you want you enjoy lovely walks, you enjoy dining and all that, it sounds like this is the place. And again, it's good to know that English is not really a problem there. So they have English is well spoken. So I think this is a nice spot that I wouldn't mind going to. Okay, so now our last expert hotspot that we're gonna be sharing come from Evelyn Hannon, and she's the editor of www.journeywoman.com, solo traveler. And here's one of her hotspots: climbing Masanda in Israel. Nothing creates more of a bond with your love than beginning your climb in the pitch black of the night and arriving at the summit in time to see the sun come up over the Holy Land. It's magical. Okay, and her number two recommendation is cruising the Antarctic. Imagine braving the elements of zodiac to explore iceberg formations, then returning to your ship to enjoy a glass of wine and a cuddle before your formal dinner. That's another beautiful spot, just by the sound of it. Salad, France is her other spot, and this is what she says about it. Meandering hand in hand through the medieval town of Dagon Period region, with mazes of tiny cobbled roadways, all breaking from the main street, each filled with its own kind of magic. And her last hotspot is Kowloon, Hong Kong. You can't help feeling each Sunday, watching as love-struck brides and grooms pose for their formal photos in the steps of Hong Kong Culture Center. All right, my friends. So that's been it. I hope you've enjoyed these hotspots. If you're planning on traveling, I hope if you do go to any of these ones, any of the spots that I've mentioned, please share with us your experience. And for those who've already been there and have some, nice experience to share with us, please let us know. Once again, I've been your host, Christine. It's been a pleasure as usual sharing these tips with you. Until my next video, please don't forget to comment, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and most important, don't forget to share with your friends. Again, it's been Christine. Until next time, cheers.